Ah, Mario. So many memories from my childhood, including your first TV show, the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Taking the unique turn from most other shows at the time for kids, the SMBSS combined live-action segments with a short cartoon story, usually of Mario, but every Friday there would be a Legend of Zelda episode to fill out a half-hour runtime. And of course, there were Christmas episodes during the show's run, though what I find odd is the fact that they used a cartoon segment with the non-Christmas episode as well as a live-action segment with another non-Christmas cartoon episode, instead of just combining the two into one. This time around, we're going to take a look at the cartoon section, and in saying that, we're not going to look at the live-action bits that went with this cartoon. Why, do you ask? Well, besides the fact that it has nothing to do with Christmas, there's also the fact that I use a child actor here, and...
What are you doing here, and what's with the suitcase?
I'm selling pots and pans, door to door.
Ryan.
How about encyclopedias?
Ryan.
Would you believe Tupperware?
Really? Ryan.
Okay, I admit it. I'm lying like a dog. I'm running away from home. Boy, I didn't think I'd crack that easy.
Yeah, I think that says enough. So, moving on, we have the episode focus in Koopa Claus. One thing that was a constant with the Super Mario Bros. Super Show was that in the animated sections, 9 times out of 10, Koopa was disguised in some costume based on the theme of the episode. In this case, he was playing an evil version of Santa Claus, going out to the North Pole to drop bombs that will freeze everything and prevent Christmas. Why? In other words, he's an 80s villain. He doesn't need a good motive other than he's evil, deal with it. That, and they don't have a full half hour to do a Christmas Carol style story with him, and don't worry, later in Episodic Christmas we'll be covering something with that. But back to the story. As Koopa Claus goes forth with his plan, the Mario Bros., the Princess, and Toad manage to conveniently arrive at the North Pole despite originally heading towards Hawaii. It's actually due to Toad misdirecting everybody. Since this is the Christmas season, he wanted to get to Santa's place and get an early jump on the holidays. Since then, this episode, unlike the later Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon that I did on the Washout, Toad is a selfish little bastard.
Presents! 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 I can't wait to see Santa. I just know he's got a fabulous present for me.
Naturally, the two groups manage to collide with each other, and the heroes make their way to stop Koopa Claus.
Hey, what, like a good action sequence don't belong at Christmas?
The majority of the rest of the episode is just the Marios chasing after Koopa Claus, trying to rescue Santa until they finally do. But unfortunately, there does remain the problem that everything is still frozen and probably won't be thawed out in time for the holidays. Rather than doing the sensible thing and getting a bunch of fire flowers to melt everything since this is the Mario universe, instead we go for the cheesy holiday special route.
Santa, take my snowboard. At least you'll have one present you can give.
Toad, in all my life I've never seen anyone express the true spirit of Christmas better than you.
Don't cry, Santa, please.
I'm just so happy.
Look! The spirit of Christmas giving is touching everything!
Toad, your unselfish act fills me with the warm spirit of Christmas.
And it melts Koopa's ice.
Yeah, the guy that spent most of the episode talking about presents and actually tricked everybody to getting up into the North Pole does one tiny good deed, and then it's enough to generate a holiday heat wave. You know, that makes me just want to get sick. But in all seriousness, this is pretty much like every other episode of the Mario Bros. Super Show, only with less references to pasta and more of a Christmas bend. While I do joke about the final solution to the problem, it is a somewhat good message for the age bracket this show is meant for. During the Christmas season, it should be more about giving than receiving, even if the end Toad was still rewarded for his actions with a ride in Santa's sleigh. This episode should only be watched if you're a super huge Mario fan, or just really if you like cheesy programming.
I didn't get to ruin Christmas. The Mario Brothers beat me again, and I'm floating away on an iceberg. What else can go wrong?